Welcome back everybody. Today I thought I would do something a little different. Still trying a variety of videos to see what my style here is on the channel. I uploaded a little starter house that has a challenge attached to it. So you guys can do this along with me if you want. So the challenge is to flip a starter. You get a budget of 40,000 simoleons to renovate the outdated house. The new owner is a chef who wants a better kitchen, a cozy reading nook, and a place to entertain guests for dinner parties. A patio would be nice too. You can't delete or add any walls, but you can swap half walls for fences if you want. If you try it, please use tag OleanderCC so I can see. If you could also comment here, that would be cool. I would love to see what other people do with this. I have it plopped down in Nordhaven, so I'm gonna try to make it match this area. It looks very, very, very different from this entire town. So I was thinking either something that blends in with the background, or maybe I do like a modern Scandi style. So let's see, I'm gonna find some inspiration pictures and I will put them up in this corner. Now I can't change any of the walls, but I can change what they look like, and I can change the roofs. One of the things I have been really into lately is, if I'm going for a really minimalist house, making these not hang over as much. They make them look a little more boxy, a little more modern. And I'm also gonna just take out all of the windows, at least on the front for now, just so I can see what I'm working with. So something else I see on these modern Scandi homes are these little bump out areas. I don't know what that's called. Like that. Oop. I could even grab a column. I use this one all the time from Get Together. What is going on here? Okay, let me drop it down a little. If I bring that up a little bit, and then I swap this out for this one, which is more square, that could look pretty modern. It doesn't actually go with the background though. I think that this would be better if it was black. Alright, I think we're getting somewhere. I'm gonna pick out the doors and windows for the front of the house, and then I'm gonna do this part right here. Now right here, this isn't actually a room, but it looks like there's more levels under here, like maybe a basement, but there's not actually anything here. It's just underneath a platform. Okay, now that I have the exterior mostly done, I'm going to figure out a better looking, more modern foundation, maybe black brick, and then I'm going to swap out these fences and the staircase. It really bothers me that this brick is not the same as this one, but there isn't a brick like this in the game right now. So I might just hide that later with a bush, like something like this. Maybe I'll just do that now. I might fix it and come back to it because I do want to decorate the outside a lot more, but for now I think that's good. So moving on to the inside, here's what we are working with. So it's got all these different levels. sorry, let me back up a little bit. This somehow got messed up when I was doing something. Okay, but this is how it should be. Alright, so here is what we're dealing with. You come in the front door. Let's just do it this way. You come in the front door. There is this entryway with a little seating area. We have a living room, and over here is the kitchen with the other door that goes outside. And this could be a little office area or a second bedroom, maybe for like a kid or something. And then back here we've got the bathroom, and down these stairs is the bedroom, which also has a door that I forgot to put. So let me put the door in, and then we will start working on the interior. I always like to start with the kitchen in all of the houses. So this one is for a chef, and the chef wants it to be nicer. So we're gonna start by, well, we could demolish everything, but I think I'm gonna start by just swapping out the appliances and putting in something nice. If these start to make us go over budget, I can always swap them out for something cheaper later if I get desperate. But let's see. Since I have this pack, this is very expensive, but I feel like the chef that lives here now would really like a modern kitchen. I don't know if I'm going to keep the blue or if I'm going to try to make it match the vibe of the exterior of the house, but I really like the colorful interior. They're not necessarily colors that I would pick for myself, but I do appreciate that it's bright and colorful, and I don't want to make the entire thing all neutral and green, because that is a very easy thing to do. Have like wood and black and green. I do that a lot, so I'm trying to do a lot more colorful builds lately. So this house cost 20,348 simoleons, and now we have 40,000 to put into it. So our total by the end should be no more than 60,348. We are nowhere near there yet. I think I can splurge on the kitchen a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna leave this for now. I think it's okay. I'm trying to do things that are different than what I usually do, so using this tile was very rare for me, and I kind of like it. We'll see. Once we do the rest of the house, we'll see if it still matches the style. I'm gonna move on to the dining room next, because I always like my dining rooms to kind of match the kitchen if they're near each other. Now, the challenge for this was that it's owned by a chef now, and they want to have a space to entertain people for dinner parties. So maybe right here is not the best for a table. Maybe we should try to get a table into the living room somewhere. We could, instead of having a big living room, we could have a living room area in this spot with a TV stand and a TV here, and then a dining area over here. Or we could do the opposite. We could have TV area here and dining area here. I think this works better for a TV, because then the TV isn't blocking the window at all. It can just sit right underneath here. I I am really into all of the furniture and everything from the businesses and hobbies pack. I think it's really, really nice. And it would go with this world, obviously, because they came from the same pack. But I've been using it a lot, so maybe I will not use that this time, but I might still use the chairs. It is also really important that everything in this room matches. So now I'm not really matching it to the kitchen since we moved the dining area far away from it. I'm gonna just try to make sure that the living room and dining room look nice together. I'm gonna use this round table because if you're at a dinner party and you want to socialize with everybody, a round table is a lot easier to talk in a group than to talk across, especially if I use a long table. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna fit an 8-person table here, so we're gonna go with the 6-person table. I really like this kit, so I'm gonna use a lot of stuff from it, including probably the couches because they come in such nice colors. Obviously, one of the easiest ways to make everything go together is by using all of the things from one pack. So this, for example, has matching rugs. You can easily find things that go together, right? They're all kind of the same color scheme. But I do want to show you one of my other techniques for making colors look like they go together. So what I'll do is I'll find a rug, and there are some in here that are really hidden away, like unusual rugs. Like, I don't even know if I've ever used this one, but sometimes you gotta look deep into the swatches to find some of the really unusual ones. This one, for example, that comes with businesses and hobbies has a huge variety of rugs. Like, when you hover over it, it looks like you might get swatches of this antique looking rug, but there's actually some really, really different ones in here too. One of the other rugs that I don't ever really use is this zebra rug. So when I'm scrolling through the catalog, I just skip right over it, and I forget that there are a bunch in here that are actually really cool retro rugs. Like, I really, really like this one. In fact, I might throw this into the bedroom to use later. For now, let's use this rug and this kit. And then when we get to the bedroom, I'll show you how I use all the colors in a rug to make everything in the room match together. Another thing that I think is good to do is to balance out your warm and cool colors. So if everything in this room was warm colors, pink, red, orange, yellow, maybe even like some warm purple, it would look really nice and it would go together. But I think that a little bit of contrast is a good idea. So if all of the couches and seats are this pink color, for example, I might want to pick a blue rug to balance it all out. We're going for a very sleek, modern look that a chef would like, so I want the colors to feel clean too. But then over here, this is where people are hanging out and having fun, so I'm definitely going to use more color in here. I'm using a black table to tie in the black from the windows, but I don't want to use too much black because I think that's going to make this whole place look a little too dark. The only other thing I might use black for is a coffee table. While I do really like the matching sofas, this set, because the colors go so well together, you could also mix and match all the sofas too, and they're still going to look good together. You just have to think about balancing out your colors. So right now I wouldn't leave this like this because I have too much yellow too close to each other. In fact, this chair too. So we see this big line of yellow going through everything, and you don't see that anywhere else. You kind of want to break it up a little bit. So I think that's okay with the couches, right? Because they're all the same type of thing. But when you make any sort of art, you want to think about where you're leading your eye through the space. So here, we want our eye to go around the conversation area, right? I also have to think about where our walkways are going to be. So it doesn't matter if the Sims can't get down this part, but they're going to be going this way to the table. They have to be able to walk around the table, and then they're also going to be walking this way to get to this area. I know this green doesn't look like it goes with this area, but it balances out the chair right here. So the green will look like it goes as long as you have green in other places. So I'm trying to balance out all my colors. I don't have any orange over here yet, so I definitely want to find something that is orange to go over there. Maybe I'll even use one of these paintings. Alright, so I think we are done with this area for now. I usually put rugs under the dining room table too, but I think that there's already so much going on here. I would like to give this a little bit of space. We are going to make a neutral kind of floor and wall for now. And I'll show you how I get these colors to match everything. So I am going to keep the floor neutral for now, and for the wall color, I'm gonna pick a color in the rug that I don't see too much of. Any of these colors would go, but if you want the room to be nice and bright, you could use a lighter color like this white. I could keep that, and then I could swap out the floor for more of this wood that kind of goes with everything. And if I want it to be darker and a little more mature looking, I could swap this out for a dark brown. That brown actually is too cool of a brown, so let's do a warmer one. And that is too warm, so let's see if there's one that's in between somewhere. Even if it's not as dark. That one's okay. It's still on the cooler side, I think, compared to some of these colors in here, but I think that's okay. So we could keep it brown if we want it to be dark and cozy, or we could keep it white if we want it to be bright and open. I think because this is such a tall room, it could be a little bit too bright, and honestly, rooms that are taller than they are wide kind of freak me out. I don't know why. It makes me feel I'm like falling down a hole or something. So if I were this sim, I wouldn't want a bedroom that was really tall and really bright. I think I would want something darker to kind of make it feel a little more like a cozy cave. When I pick out the bed, I'm gonna pick something that goes with either the yellow or the green or the blue in this rug. I'm not gonna do orange because there's already a brown in here. I'm considering this bed, even though this has orange instead of yellow. This orange is kind of between this yellow and this orangey brown color, so it does tie in quite nicely. The only thing is this has a very orangey wood bed frame, and so if I make matching end tables that are also this color, it might be too much because it is kind of similar to the floor. So I'm gonna keep looking for another bed and see if I can find anything else that matches. I'm kind of liking this bed because even though it's a different kind of wood and it might be not the best match here, it really brightens up the room. And because of this canopy thing, this frame, it kind of helps break up the height of this room. So I might use that one. I do think this one looks really nice too. This one definitely, oh, I forgot this door is still blue. This one has a more retro vibe, but it also still looks modern. I don't really know how to describe this bed. I think it looks really good in here. There are a lot of different ways to do lights for end tables. I don't know how well this is going to work in this room, but you could do hanging lamps that are really long and dramatic. I think the very last thing I'm going to do in this entire house is clutter up all the surfaces. I just want to get in all of the furniture first. Let's do the bathroom next. One of the other requirements, or suggestions at least, for this challenge is to make a reading nook. So I'm going to put that up here, and then I'm going to put the desk for the office in this area. I don't want this half of the house to look very pastel and then this side look very bright. So I want to bring some of these bright colors into this area up here. The easiest way to do that would probably be to grab the same exact couch and then just make like a different color. And then it kind of ties it in with the blue over here. But I don't know if I want, that feels too easy. I like a little bit of a challenge. This sim homeowner also wants a patio, so I'm gonna put the patio back here, and I need to replace this tree because I don't, even if it's fictional, I don't like cutting down trees. So I need to put a tree somewhere on this lot, and I'm also gonna need to figure out something here. I do think it would be kind of weird to be like eating outside on the front, so I don't know if I want to do like a picnic area here, because it's just like right by the road. I think that's kind of odd, but then if I put it back here, anybody who was over their house for dinner would need to go through the bedroom to get outside. So I feel like this outdoor area should almost be more of a private kind of thing just for the homeowner. I don't know, you could be really creative here, so maybe a pool, like a small pool, or a patio type of thing. And then over here, we could have them have like a little eating outside area, but I think mostly this would just be for like sitting. If this was in a different world, like if you're building this somewhere else and you're putting this in a more secluded lot, I think you could do pretty much anything. But I'm trying to make mine match Nordhaven, so I'm thinking about like, if there were people walking around, you probably wouldn't want, I don't know, to be that exposed. And also these windows are gigantic. I don't know what I was thinking with this. We should definitely put in a fence, but first I am going to put in some floor tiles just to kind of plan out where the patio is going to go. since I have the Better Build By mod by Twisted Maxi, I selected live edit objects. You can also get that by using the live edit cheat, which is, I don't remember exactly, I'll put the cheat on the screen, but that way I could see all the live edit objects, so the things that don't cost any money and are found around the world as decorations. I put in that cheat, and then I selected the pack that this world came with, so businesses and hobbies, and that way I found all of the debug and live edit plants that are in this world, and that way I could make it match the surrounding area. And I think that really helps to blend it in. So I'm gonna finish landscaping. I'm gonna add a little bit of dirt around the bottom of the plants and around the paths. I'm gonna keep this one like that, and then I'm gonna start cluttering up the inside. Alright everybody, we are under budget, but I feel like I'm done. Obviously, if I move Sims in here, or at least make a sim that kind of fits the challenge, I'll probably add more stuff to it. I always make my Sims take photos and hang them up, like with their friends and their family, or just selfies if they're really into taking their selfies. So I'm leaving some space there. I don't want to clutter it too much, and not everybody likes that look. I'm going to insert some screenshots that you can look at. It was really fun talking through my design process. So this was sort of a build with me, somewhat a tutorial on design and interior decorating, trying to fit with the prompt and the budget and everything. This is up for download on my gallery. My gallery ID is OleanderCC. You can go check it out there. So thanks, enjoy, goodbye.